Hello, Iris J here with Madrona's Pulse Teachings, and this is the last new moon update of 2022. And we have a Capricorn new moon. It's on December 23rd, very early on the West Coast, just after 2 a.m. And this is 2 days after solstice. So I will drop the link below for my solstice video because that energy is very much present in our psyche and the cosmos. I'm going to talk about it here as well. But there's some added layers that are coming in with this new moon. This is really energy, Capricorn. Okay, we've got the sun, we've got the moon, we've got Venus, we've got Mercury, we've got Pluto, all in Capricorn. So this is Capricorn heavy. We've also got some Aries energy that's very, very important. And, this is energy that's really asking us to get pretty intentional. A new moon is always about setting intentions, pretty intentional about who we are becoming, the new versions of ourselves. And part of this is because as this new moon happens, Chiron, our wounded healer, our asteroid, is stationing direct, and Chiron's been retrograde for quite some time. And as Chiron stations direct, especially in Aries, this is about a new version of ourselves also that is moving forward because something has shifted. Okay, I'm not going to say it's been healed, but something has shifted. Chiron is always talked about in terms of wounding. Yes, that is part of the Chiron archetype. It's also not, it's a wound that we carry in this body. It's part of the story of this life, but it's a wound that is our soul's level wound. It is a wound that connects us to spirit. And in that way, it's a gateway. It is a gateway that when we enter intentionally and we do the work of healing, and let's be honest, it's work, even if it's just surrendering this mind that's been taught very particular things about what this life is about, surrendering and opening to what is present, opening to our connection to the divine, that's part of Chiron. And as we do that, we heal not only experiences in this life, but also our soul's, the woundedness of our soul. And all that energy is present because Chiron is stationing direct in Aries. And this is in Aries. Aries is about us. Aries is about our own individual journey, our impulses, our instincts. And this is not the only signature in Aries that's coming up because Jupiter, 0 degrees, Aries, who's just come out of that Pisces journey, is square the new moon, is square the sun and the moon. And that's about us as well, right? Jupiter, our expansive sense of self, our wisdom, really bringing us into this Capricorn focus of our path, of our journey, of what's unfolding for us now, but in a way that is also very particular to us, our needs, to our spiritual journey, because Jupiter has just come out of those deep waters of Pisces. It's been with Neptune. Everything that is in Capricorn, our sun, the moon, but Venus and Mercury, they've all had these really intense squares with Jupiter and Neptune. So there's all of this energy about our spiritual path that's now coming into that tangible. Thank goodness for Capricorn, that Capricorn can take these kind of spiritual conversations and spiritual intuitions and can create form out of them. That's what Capricorn does, okay? It's not Capricorn that goes and makes us rich and joins the system that's actually part of a system and cycle of socialization that causes quite a bit of harm. No, it's the beauty of creating a system in material form and giving us ground to walk along as we are channeling and working with these spiritual messages that are coming through. That's the beauty of Capricorn. And that is absolutely what some of this Capricorn energy is helping us to do as we really reflect on who we are now. Okay. it's so common that we get set out on these paths in our 20s, in our 30s, or younger, when we're younger, and all these socialized ideas of what is success and who we're supposed to be come from family, come from society, come from the media. Oftentimes, when they're coming from family, we're also getting, what our parents wish they could have been, and how that's kind of unconsciously coming into their kids. And who we are now, right now, as you're about to come into this new moon, who are you now? What have you shed during the past year? What have you shed? What have you also been healing? And wherever you are in your healing journey, and our healing journeys really never end, who are you right now? And what do you envision for yourself, and how do you want to meet the world? Capricorn asks us how we want to meet the world. And another piece of this is that in addition to squaring Jupiter, the new moon is also squaring Ceres, our Earth Mother, our goddess, in Libra, right at the beginning stage of Libra. So there's a relational element to this. Yes, there's your Aries impulses, there's your needs, and let's be like, this is about you and your needs and how they can help make the world a better place, and how you can be in relationship while honoring the person that you are becoming. Okay. And that doing that, being in relationship while honoring the people that we are becoming, that we've been working hard at becoming, that we've been surrendering, that we've been forgiving, that we've been doing all of this work, that's also kind of tapping into this beautiful energy of Ceres, of how we nurture ourselves. So this question of nurture is also important. How do we nurture ourselves? And how does that come into the path that we're envisioning for ourselves as we move forward? And these are ideas, again, you do not need to enact on this. You probably don't want to go and just create your business plan and put it into action right now, because Mercury's going into retrograde, Uranus is retrograde, Mars in Gemini is retrograde. These energies are going to station direct in the new year in January. So right now we're really just planting seeds and being open to reflecting on those seeds throughout the next few weeks, really throughout the next 3 months. And then as we come into the equinox, we'll really be seeing some more manifesting of this kind of inner process that solstice is often asking us to enact within us, especially in the Northern Hemisphere. Also, the theme of nurturing is important because not only do we have Ceres squaring that new moon, who's all about nurture, right? We also have Lilith, maybe not someone you would associate with nurture, but just hear me out. She's up in Cancer, and she's directly opposite Venus during this new moon. Okay, Lilith, we are reclaiming. What is Lilith reclaiming? She's reclaiming the feminine right to be a woman, to have autonomy, to not surrender to patriarchy. Because of patriarchy, she's been labeled this kind of untethered rage, but she is just power. She is just the claimed self. And when she is silenced, that's when the rage can pop up. But Lilith is in Cancer. So she's in the womb. She's in the sacred womb. She's in the sign of the mother. And so this is a nurturing Lilith. This is a Lilith that can be nurturing. She's opposite Venus. Part of this path that we're entering out on, thinking about these Capricorn steps forward, is what is nurturing to us? What is nurturing to us in our life now? Not who we were, not who we were raised to be, but what is nurturing to you now? That is part of thinking about these steps forward, imagining how you want to meet the world. Make sure that the gift that you're offering the world, that is you, is about also nurturing you, not just other people. Okay, it's reciprocity. Reciprocity is a theme coming up here as well. We also have other goddess energy present. Vesta is in an exact square to Mars. Vesta's in Pisces, so this goddess of the sacred hearth is singing her song during this new moon as well, really asking us to be intentional about the spiritual tending. She's in Pisces, spiritual tending of the inner flame, of the inner hearth, so that we can connect to the divine, so that the divine and the sacred are present in the work we're doing. It's really nice that she's squaring a Mars who's retrograde because it's a softer Mars. That Mars is actually in a very retrospective place, thinking about our purpose, thinking about our drive, thinking about the way that we meet community and our ideas, not just acting out of impulse. And so Vesta in that is kind of infusing that sacredness into that reflective process. And all of that is present with us in our psyches as we're coming into this kind of inner wisdom of the new moon in Capricorn, where we're really reflecting on who we are now, planting seeds as we move through into 2023. Okay, and there is the new moon update. I'm very aware that there's this like light streaming in because of the time of day, but it felt kind of solstice-y, so I just went with it. Solstice blessings to you, new moon blessings to you, blessings for a safe passage into 2023, and I will see you on the flip side. Take care.